By the time you watch this video, I will have taken my 23-month-old baby, so almost 2-year-old, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flights in a month because I am insane. What I wanted to do was share with you some tips on taking a toddler on a plane. I took some footage while I was on some of the planes to let you know what you're in for. So a good way to pass the time is with stickers, isn't it? Thank you. Oh, that's lovely. My first tip is this. If you are flying east about 3 or 4 days before you leave for the airport, start going to bed an hour earlier, or 2 hours earlier if you want, but an hour earlier, and do this with the child as well. Okay, it means they get up an hour earlier, but it also means that when you get to your destination, it isn't such a shock to the system. And obviously, if you're going west, do the opposite. You're doing some excellent colouring, Edie.
Yeah, it's sure.
You can say hello. The other thing about jet lag is to not worry too much, because babies and toddlers, their circadian rhythms aren't sort of hardwired into them like they are to us. So they actually find it pretty easy, I find, to adjust to new time zones in a way that perhaps you might not. Look at this brilliant drawing. Oh no, where is it? There. Yeah. My next tip is to take full advantage of the fact you are not yet tied in to the school holidays, because as soon as that blighter turns 4, you are going at half term and summer holidays when the prices are astronomical. Shame on you, tour operators. So make sure you book out of season. I have made a terrible mistake because it turns out I forgot to charge up the Kindle Fire, which means all the things I carefully prepared on before have come to nothing. But on the plus side, we're in business, which is a lovely treat. Even if you don't buy the seat and he or she is on your lap, the baby still gets a baggage allowance, which is great. So take a hand luggage for the child and fill it full of crayons, books, bits of paper, stickers. If you're lucky enough to be in business class, why not decorate the wall with stickers? The thing I find really useful are sort of children's magazines, which you can buy in your newsagent. These cheap magazines, like In the Night Garden. There's Mr. Tumble, you can see. They can be ripped up, they've got stickers. Don't worry about things like trying to make sure the child eats healthily or that it only watches 10 minutes of television. It doesn't matter. This is a long flight, but it's really relatively quite short. So just do what you can to make things easier for you and everyone around you. I said to you earlier that I was in business and like, hooray! Except even in business, this is what ends up happening. She has got all the room and I'm sitting here hunched up, and there we are watching our second film, Despicable Me, and I feel like one of Edie's minions. My other tip, and this is a really important one, and I've been caught out with this, if you don't buy a seat for your child and they're on your lap, the airline will obviously not provide a meal for your child, and that's kind of doable if you're on a short haul flight. But if you're on long haul, as I have been, and you find yourself with an almost 2-year-old and you can only feed it peanuts, that is not fun, believe me, and that's one very salty child. So bring snacks, bring sandwiches, bring whatever you want onto the plane to make sure that your child is fed. Wow. Bear in mind when you're booking your flight that some airlines offer both a bassinet, that's for little babies between sort of 0 months and a year, and then also a child seat between 1 and 2. 2 is the point, by the way, at which you have to start buying a seat for your child. Check which airlines do that seat, because that seat is really useful. So British Airways do it, and it just makes all the difference when the child goes to sleep. And that would really influence my choice of airline. This is a really, really important tip, which is as soon as you make your booking, request the bulkhead seats where the cots and the bassinets go. Do not turn up at the airport and just assume that the airline are going to give you that seat because you're a mum and you have a child with you. There may be 100 other parents getting on that flight who also have children, and it's first come, first served. So get your request in early. So this is what I call the ultimate children's setup. Frozen. Don't want to spoil the ending if you haven't seen it, so I'll look away now. We have colouring pencils, we have stickers, we have magazines, we have baby. There's all you need to keep a toddler happy on a plane. What I want now is to get your tips for flying with a baby. Also, don't forget I have a holiday packing video that you can go and watch. And if you like these videos, why not subscribe to One Fat Mother for more? And happy travelling. Edie, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.